Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Christina Slaybaugh from Carlisle in Sugar Creek and the Ohio Star Theater. Where did you come up with that name?
Well, so actually, one of our designers, I guess would be the appropriate word, and she's also a member of ownership. We were looking for a name for the theater, and quilting is huge in our area. We actually did one of our shows called Half Stitched that was all about quilting and the fabric of our lives, so to speak. And so we wanted something that would tie in with who we are and what we do and where we're located. And it's the Ohio Star is actually a quilt block, or it's a type of quilt, and so it just seemed to be a natural fit for us.
Yes, that's perfect. My goodness. All right. Now I want to get back to the collaboration with this organization, the company that's providing the plays and actors and so forth. Are they giving you also input as far as how to build this theater that you're building?
Yes. We've gone to a lot of experts looking for input and suggestions, and it's a big undertaking. It truly is. And so the company, Dutchman Hospitality Group, that's our parent company, they really want to make sure that, hey, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. And let's make sure that we've got excellent sound and excellent lighting, and the acoustics are excellent, and we just make sure that the building is done correctly. So that's there's been a lot that's gone into that.
So wonderful. We're so excited to get to experience it. But let's talk about now Josiah for President.
Okay.
Taking place in the Carlisle Inn, Sugar Creek.
Yes.
And it's been playing for how long and will continue until when?
Well, we started with it last season.
Yes.
Okay, the end of last season, and it ran through December, just before Christmas, and we started it up again June 1st. Josiah is going to actually run through November 8th this year, but we also have a brand new show coming in September, and the two of them will be running kind of side by side, so to speak. The new show is called Mennonite Girls Can Cook.
Oh, boy, is that true? Words were never spoken.
This is true. It's actually based upon, there was a blog that had been done called Mennonite Girls Can Cook. And then from there, they made a cookbook. And it was these Mennonite women that they would get together and share stories of their lives, family and friends and so forth. And then they'd also share recipes. Well, they turned it into a blog, and then came out with the book. So now it's going to be a play. And this one is actually not going to be a musical. It's just going to be a one-act comedy play. It's going to run about 90 minutes.
It's a comedy?
It is a comedy.
Okay, because Mennonite girls can cook.
Yes, they can, and they do. But the whole premise is going to be these Mennonite women that had a blog, and now they're going to have a talk show. And the variety of guests that they get on their talk show, it should be a lot of fun.
I love just the idea of the reality behind this, that there is a group of Mennonite women who had the foresight to use all the power of social media.
Yes.
I guess electricity is okay. I'm not that familiar as far as what is okay as far as the Amish and Mennonite and so forth.
Right.
But I love that here's the Mennonite that you think of such a simple lifestyle, pulling together a blog. That is just too much fun.
Well, and the thing there is there's a lot of different kinds of Mennonites. So you have those who are lead very simple lives, and then you have others who are pretty much like you and I. It's just this is their faith.
Well, they are where it's at, as far as I'm concerned. That is awesome. Okay, let's get back to Josiah for President.
Okay.
What a funny idea. Again, I'm not that familiar with particularly what is okay in the Amish faith. I didn't think they voted.
Well, okay. So I will just tell you, I have Amish background, so I have Amish family.
Great. I'm asking the right person.
And I will tell you, the chances of this ever happening, pretty much next to zero, okay? However, the whole idea of this show is, what if? What if you could take an Amish man who has these down-to-earth principles, this is the way he leads his life, and you could take that to the national scale and say, hey, here's a guy who leads a very simple life, and why don't we get back to basics and do things the way the Amish do? Now,
solid wisdom of Solomon.
Absolutely.
And applying it to that. Now, that's not a bad idea right there.
Yeah, just take those biblical principles and just apply it to your everyday and on the national scale. Now, once again, we will not be having an Amish man run for president. I can pretty much guarantee you of that. However, wouldn't it be neat if something like that could possibly happen? And that's what the story is all about.
So fun. Without giving away too many spoilers, let's talk about the plot a little bit. So tell us about Josiah. Tell us his background and how he got tapped for this.
Well, I will say pretty much by accident. It starts out with a senator who is going to be running for president, and he discovers that this world, he probably will not be president in this world. And because of, what we all think of, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of us think of politics, it can be a pretty cutthroat business.
It can be dirty stuff.
Absolutely. But he ends up I believe he ends up running into a ditch. And he's in Pennsylvania Amish country, and he then goes to get help for his vehicle that is now stranded, and ends up meeting Josiah, this plain, simple Amish man who, they begin to talk. And he says, you know what? This guy's got something. I really like the way this guy operates. And it grows from there. And originally, Josiah doesn't want any part of it, as one would expect that most Amish people wouldn't. He has to be talked into it. But that's how things get started. So
I love it. There was a movie a while back. This kind of reminded me of it. I'm not recommending this movie. This is much more wholesome and family friendly, but it was same kind of thing with someone discovering a bowler that way, in the same exact way. And kind of acute similarities there. But this one has much more solid values. And really, when you think about it, Christina, a message, yes? For
absolutely.
All of us.
And I will tell you, that's the thing about all of these musicals that we present in conjunction with Bluegate Musicals. There is a message to everyone. And they can be very uplifting. While there's some tragedy involved, it's still a very uplifting show, and it's the spirit of trust in God, and He's going to get you there.
So. Talk about the spectacle a little bit, the costumes, the choreography, the music itself.
It's amazing.
Yes.
I will just say I had no idea until back in 2012 I got involved with these shows of how intense it really is. But I cannot say enough about our actors and actresses. They are amazing. They will put this show together in a matter of about 5 days. They'll come together, work with each other for about 5 days, and they're ready to go. And I remember saying to our director, how is that possible? Yeah. And he said, Christina, this is what they do. They're professionals. And I will say that our show is very professional. They're actually Broadway quality shows. They truly are.
Response from the audience to this has been what?
It's been fabulous. People love it. They love our shows. One of the things that I always find so humorous is musicals. A lot of times you'll think, oh, lots of women like to come to musicals and men not so much.
Okay, well, you just described my family.
Well, there you go. It was my family too. Yeah. My dad would have never come to see a musical if I wouldn't have been involved. But the thing that we see happen over and over again is these women are bringing their husbands to see this musical, saying, come with me, honey, just come with me. And when they come out, these guys are just, wow, they're blown away.
That's
they said,
cool.
That's such a good show. So it truly is for everyone.
Very fun. And what about the response of the actors themselves now? Correct me if I'm wrong. While they're putting this on, they become a part of the community, right? They live here for these months. They don't fly in and out.
Absolutely.
To day jobs. They're here. what is their response to getting to live? I mean, fun for them to be in Josiah for President, but they are getting to live then in Amish country day in and day out while they're putting this on. How are they assimilating into the community?
I would say very well. I will tell you that I had one of the actors as he returned for a second season with us. He said, "Oh, I'm coming back to my Amish paradise," and so they really they seem to be enjoying it and having a lot of fun and just really liking to get to know our community.
Mm-hmm. Just a few minutes left. Let's talk about Carlisle Inn itself. Basically, what all you have to offer, and a wonderful gift shop. So go ahead. I need to give you this time to just promote away.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to. Thank you. Well, as we had touched on a little bit before, there's a lot to do at our Dutch Valley campus, and that's the campus that Carlisle Inn and Ohio Star Theater are located on. It's right along State Route 39 in Sugar Creek, and we've got a restaurant, which is Dutch Valley Restaurant, and they've served that fabulous Amish food, right? Mm-hmm. The roasted chicken and the mashed potatoes and, you name it, they've got it.
Let me stop you right there. That salad bar.
Yes.
And for some reason, I always think of the lettuce as being chopped up really, really small. It makes it just so that the dressing, which is like their awesome salad dressing, yes. I love sweet and sour.
Oh, yes.
Just gets mixed in all the more. It's just, is that peculiar or particular to the Amish way of doing it? Because I've never seen a salad bar done that way before. Oh, that peanut butter fluff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my! I'm just thinking of the yes. salad bar itself, and my mouth is watering.
Well, I will tell you, as I had alluded to earlier, I grew up with Amish grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins and the whole bit. And yeah, that's pretty much how we eat. There's a lot of starch involved.
Yeah.
And a lot of sweet things, but
it's all good.
Absolutely, it's
the
fabulous.
Pie. Talk about the pie.
Oh my goodness, the peanut butter cream pie has been my favorite since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. It's fabulous, but then there's all kinds of pies. I mean, pretty much anything you can think of. Right now, we've got the rhubarb going on.
Oh.
There's strawberry rhubarb, and there's rhubarb crumb, and there's a rhubarb custard, and it's just fabulous.
Stop right there. I mean, everybody's going to be stampeding to Carlisle Inn.
Absolutely.
But I stopped you. So take us into the gift shop and around the campus.
Well, so on our campus, we do also have 2 gift shops. Now, our campus originally was a working farm. Okay, so they kept the barn and they've renovated. They refurbished the barn. It is now a gift shop. It's called Dutch Valley Gifts. And then the chicken coop that was on the farm is now called the Coop, and that is a gift shop as well.
How perfect.
And yeah, it is, and they've got lots of housewares and things like that. I love the Coop. And then there's also a market where you can buy fresh meats and cheeses, and they have frozen meats as well, and just lots of snack foods and good things like that. And then Carlisle Inn as well. The whole idea of our Dutch Valley campus is we've wanted it to be a destination location where you can come and you can spend days just there. You don't have to go anywhere else. Or if you want to use it as your anchor and then go out and explore the rest of Amish country, you can do that too. We're right there in Amish country. So it's whatever you're looking for.
And now offering Ohio Star Theater as well. How do we get tickets?
All you need to do, you can give us a phone call. If you like, you can go online to ohiostartheater.com. Our phone number is 855-344-7547. Whichever way suits you best, if you'd prefer to call or if you'd prefer to go online, or if you'd like to just stop in, come walking in and check out the inn and book your tickets there. We'd love to help you.
So perfect. Josiah for President playing now. Christina Slabaugh, thank you so much for joining us on Our Community.
Thank you, Susie. It's been a pleasure.